Your story also resonates, I suppose, with the endeavour. So you tried something and had to keep trying and keep going. And it brings me, I suppose, to yourself, Adrian, in terms of when I was reading back the story, it could be seen that your success was an overnight thing. That 5 years ago you started with £1,500 in a van, and now there's a turnover of 4.5 million. But actually, it was the 20 years before that you were crafting your skill, and some of those soft skills that were mentioned by John, and walking the streets of Doncaster, as it were, from a sales perspective. So I wonder if you can share, like, maybe what some of that could offer sort of young people or people who are sort of building a business.
I mean, when I left school when I was 16, I didn't do any of my GCSEs. That was family circumstances, didn't leave me in a good place. Through no fault of my own, which left me, as I got later and older, which made me feel like a bit of an injustice to myself, but it was a circumstance I couldn't do anything about. So I fell into electrical wholesaling, spent 23 years in electrical wholesaling, selling lighting, selling goods, right from the early days of the Yellow Pages, when I was 19, given the Yellow Pages, and find some work, kid, and I did, and I spent 23 years in an industry which was good to me. I worked hard. I learnt a lot about running a business. I was based in Doncaster, so I got to know a lot of people in Doncaster. I'm an avid supporter of this city and town, and passionate and proud. Somebody who wanted to play for Doncaster Rovers but never quite made it. But now I've got my own equivalent, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I think going into an industry which I didn't say I wanted to be in electrical wholesaling when I left school, didn't want to do that when I left school, or not knowing where I was going to go and feeling like I didn't really get the chance to make the most of myself. As I got to a bit of an older age, towards the age of 40, I've got to say I discovered quite a lot of myself in coaching children's football in Doncaster. I've got to say that Doncaster has got a fabulous community for children's football. I coached at Bessica FC, and Bessica is one of the biggest in the north for children's football, and it does a fabulous thing for kids in Doncaster. Teaching children life skills, teaching children how to come together as a team, and we go to schools and we talk about schools, but the football in this town is fabulous for children, right from under 7s to under 18s, and I got involved with Bessica Football Club, and that gave me quite a lot of self-belief, to be honest. I played football for a lot of years, and I wanted to teach children life skills through football, and the things that people said about me, that they'd never seen a coach so passionate with the children, so energetic, and so we're down, we're getting beat, but that's okay, so enthusiastic when they're getting beat, and it gave me a lot of self-confidence to actually think, there's more of a purpose in life here for me. There's something else I can do. So it gave me to belief in myself, and I was in the electrical wholesaling, and I decided to quit my job and see where it took me. I had about 6 weeks worth of money. I had a house, I had a son. Some people may say it was quite risky or not responsible, but I believed in myself, and at one point I thought to myself, I'm going to sell the RAC in the shopping centre. I'm free. I don't care. I'm my own person. I'll sell the RAC in a shopping centre. That's fine by me. And anyway, I didn't do that, but I did have an interview to do it, and I bought my own van, and at that point bought my own van and started to do deliveries for people, and I delivered a pallet to Great Yarmouth for £150 on my first job, and I was happy to get in my van, deliver a pallet, on a Sunday, take the kids to football, coach kids football, and just settle down a little bit and see where I was going to go. And I had this thing inside me where I wanted to achieve. It was a long-standing thing from when I was 16, when I didn't get the opportunities to achieve, and I had this passion to succeed. And I thought, if Alan Sugar can do it, what's he got that's different to me? 2 arms, 2 ears, the ability to learn yourself, the ability to self-develop. We've got books, we've got audio books, we've got everything out there. So I spent my time driving all over the country learning about logistics, learning about what it involved, and throughout that time, that self-development and speaking to people like yourself, who's been in the industry for a long time, at networking events and learning from people who was experienced in this industry and getting my own entrepreneurial skills together, writing things down and learning the industry. Today we've come to, we'll do 5.5 million this year and we've got 35 staff. But them 35 staff are people in and around Doncaster that have got a lot of transferable skills. People who maybe was not put in the right direction when they was younger, but want to be part of something. Everybody that works in my business, I can't think of one person that doesn't care, because we all want to be part of something. Definitely. Whether we're 21, whether we're 51, whether we're 61, you know, we've still all got a bit of a child inside us that's yearning to be part of something and achieve. And that's what I've developed, you know, going through, looking at my own background and my own experiences in life, wanting to be something, wanting to achieve something, and wanting to be part of something, and that's what I've gathered in the business.